So I was labeled stage 4. And this been about a year ago. And so I was sick. I was sick. I didn't want my wife to know about it. Didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to tell my children. He didn't give me a deadline, but he just said I was stage 4. And just from hearing in past times, how stage 4 work, usually the people don't last a long time. And so I was a truck driver. I've been driving trucks for the last 34 years. Never missed work, ate well, tried to exercise properly. I jogged the whole 9 yards. These was things I did regularly for myself. And I thought I was pretty healthy. So I tell any man that's out there that's listening that if he even female or she, ever feel any irregular things about yourself, have your doctor check. But at any rate, after I did all that, and they sent me to MD Anderson to get a second opinion. So Jackie and I, my wife, we drove out to Houston. We spent the week out there running tests and different things of that nature. And then after that, they told me their findings was correct. And they didn't give me a deadline or anything, but they said it was stage 4. And at best they can do is make me comfortable.
Wow.
But I'm that guy. I kind of believe more or less what God says than what man says. And so my wife, being the strong individual that she is, she told me, she said, look, I know that's what they're saying. We got to do something better. We got to find something. So we came on back home here to Mobile. And then after that, my daughter lives in Atlanta. And she said, no, Dad, Atlanta been having some good success in the cancer department at the cancer center there. So I went up there. We stayed there for a week. And then I thought about it. I said, no, I said, God, if it's your will, I'm gonna leave here. If it's not, then you're gonna send me somebody, but I need that somebody to be close to the house. I went to the cancer center here. And the doctor, well, my urologist referred me to a doctor, Dr. Healer here. And his name is Heller. And so, right? Now go figure, right? Now. So I heard that, and so I took it as something biblical. Yeah. I thought it was some sort of divine something had happened. So after a while, I finally got an appointment with him. And this guy took to me like a brother. White gentleman, little younger than myself, but he embraced me. He embraced my wife, and he informed us that he's going to do everything he can do to make things better. And so once he decided his plan of attack, they decided they was going to send me to chemo. And people believe, you've been there. And you've seen the sick people and the people falling out, the people throwing up. And he told me, he said, Mr. Castleberry, I'm going to have to run you real hard on this. He said, because I got to get rid of this. Because by that time, it's moved from my prostate into my liver. Wow. Yes. And he said that it was taking my body over.
So he ran me. You had prostate, liver, and bladder infected with cancer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Wow.
And so he ran me so hard on that machine. I would sit there and read all day, and they would constantly come in and check. And I know I was under the unction of God, because I can go and pray for the other people. And they had snacks there, and they had sodas there and things like that. So if I felt the need, or somebody was sick, I would go get them a cup of ice water, because you can grab your little bag and roll around with you. And I never got sick, and he couldn't figure that out.
Wow.
About my 16th or 17th injection, they asked me, Mr. Castleberry, is it all right that we take a pint of blood? I said, yeah, well, you got to run some tests. He said, no, we want to run your blood through some people. He said, because this is abnormal. He said, you're not sick. He said, people are falling out in here and throwing up all over the place and gagging and it's making them nauseous. I got pills on the dresser, nausea and pain. I never taken a one of them.
What a blessing.
Now, they thought it was amazing, but I'm a praying person. I believe wholeheartedly in what God can do, because that's all Medea ever told us. And I can say gratefully, now I take immune therapy. I take it once a month. And that's because they told me 99% of the cancer is gone. Don't ask me how. I know within myself, I'll give credit to the fact that the Lord put it in his heart as to what to do and how. And he did it, and it worked for me. It worked.
The cancer in your bladder, liver, and prostate's gone.
It's gone.
Woo, what a story.
And so I've been in remission now for the last 3 months, but I take this immune therapy, which is just like chemo. You go and you sit there. I don't know if you can see the bump on my lip here. I have a burn on my lip.
Yeah.
And I have a burn inside my jaws right now. So I'm drinking a lot of Ensures with the protein and protein shakes, because I can't eat anything seasoned because it burns me real bad. Because this immune therapy that they got me on, it causes the inside of you. It attacks the most softest tissue of your body. And that's inside your mouth. And he said, because it's like 2 times stronger than chemo. And so I've been doing that now for about 3 months, and it did this. But I also see a dermatologist, and the dermatologist put me on some medication, and the medication is working because my entire lip was glued together because of it had gotten so burned to where it's that if I went to sleep, my lips would glue together. And so I'd had to keep Vaseline on them to keep them apart, be able to even speak. And so I say all that to say this, that if there's any man out there, you having any unreal feelings about yourself, you know your body more than anybody else will ever know. Go to the doctor. Go have yourself checked. Because we have to do that as men. We've always known women go to the pap smears, even when they're young girls. They get their pap smears. They go and have all these every month things, and all this kind of stuff goes on. We don't do that as men. Because we was always taught, especially as men of color, we was always taught that you got to be a man. But it's okay to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. It's important that we do so.
Sam, that's that old school BS that men were fed for years, especially black men, that if you're bleeding, suck it up like a man. That's nonsense.
Sam, your story is so amazing. We're going to have to split this up into 2 episodes. This is absolutely incredible. I'm riveted. We're going to have to split this up. This I want to hear more. I got questions. This is amazing. So we're going to do episode 1 and 2.
Let me leave you with this caveat, this disclosure, as you will. I'm not a doctor, just a black dude who went through the experience. If you're going through this, contact your doctor. Don't listen to me. I'm giving my advice, and it's just advice. It's not medical advice. It's just one dude sharing his experience and trying to share a little knowledge along the way. So contact your doctor.